Hi guys, welcome to Happy High Tarot. In today's pickacard reading, we will take a look at some channeled messages from the person on your mind. If you would like to take a personal reading with me, you can contact me on happyhightarot@gmail.com. So for group number 1, we have these yellow and orange hearts. For group number 2, the white and green hearts. And for group number 3, the red and blue hearts. Pause the video, meditate on the piles, pick whichever one calls out to you the most. You will find the timestamps in the comment section as well as in the description box. So let's get started. Group number 1. So for those of you who chose the orange and yellow hearts, let's find out what does the person on your mind wish to say to you right now. So from the tarot cards, we have the Hierophant, 5 of Swords in reverse, 2 of Swords, the World, the Lovers, and 5 of Cups. Alright, so here's the thing. Now that you have stopped caring about this situation as much as you used to in the past, now that you have stopped putting in as much effort as you used to in the past, this person has woken up to the realization that they absolutely love you. Rather late, huh? Because I see with the 5 of Swords, what they're picking up on might actually be correct, that you have left. So it is after Elvis left the building that the person realized that, so I guess I was an Elvis fan after all. And that's what's happening. This person lives at a distance from you, alright? What I'm also picking up on is the fact that, not to say that they weren't so sure about it, but it seems to me like they were enjoying the whole process of you chasing after them. Now, of course, it might have come across as chasing when in fact what you were actually doing was trying to hold on to the very last bit of the connection of the relationship. How they interpreted it was that you were chasing them. And the Lovers card indicates that not for all of you, but for most of you, this is actually a twin flame relationship where earlier there was the whole runner-chaser dynamic where they were the runner and you were the chaser. And now that you have finally, you've just let go, this is what has caused a shift in the dynamics of this connection. And it has caused this person to wake up and realize that you weren't chasing them. You were trying to make them realize something through your presence, which now they have understood better through your absence. That's just something that happens sometimes when you subtract yourself from the equation. Sometimes what your presence cannot do to a person, your absence does it to them. And that is exactly what I see happening over here. You might have tried talking to them. You might have sent them long messages. You might have tried to call them up. You might have tried to meet up with them, but it seemed like they didn't care. You can run, but you can't hide from such a connection. And that's what's happening over here. And I don't think you have completely run away either. It's just that now you have reached a point where you have finally left it on spirit. If it has to happen, it will. If it doesn't have to happen, it won't happen. You have achieved union with yourself. You have achieved satisfaction within yourself. I won't say you've hung your boots out of defeat. It's more like you've hung your boots out of self-respect and self-love. And that is amazing. What's happening over here now, group number 1, is that this person is very confused and very sad at the same time. The reason behind it is that, first of all, they're at a distance from you, so they can't just straight away run to you and hug you and ask for forgiveness. That can't happen. Secondly, even if that thought does cross their mind, what stops them or what creates the conflict is this belief that you are not interested in them anymore. And that is causing this twofold sadness. One, of being a complete idiot for not having realized the truth of this connection sooner. And the second sadness pertains to the fact that you're not there anymore. So this is more of, this has sadness and guilt and shame. It's all mixed over here. And it's creating a lot of confusion. Should I go back to her? Will she accept me? She'll think I'm an idiot. Well, that I am, no doubt about it. Maybe, actually not maybe, I'm absolutely positive that you guys aren't entertaining the situation anymore. You might still be listening to tarot readings, keeping this person in mind. That is one thing, but then you're not taking any action from your side. And that's good, because that is what has caused this huge shift in this man or woman's perspective and their take on this whole equation with you. They have now realized that you mean the world to them and that you are actually their divine counterpart. You're the one that's actually meant for them, and they can never ever find anybody who loves them as much as you do. I'm also picking up that this is somebody who was never treated with as much love and respect as you gave them. They might have come from a family where their parents never really shared that kind of love and bond, which could have set perhaps an ideal example for them. Some of them might have come from broken families. Some of them always saw their parents arguing. Some of them rarely saw their parents spending time together. Or maybe quite early on in their life, they faced rejection from somebody they were interested in. Whatever the case was, their basics about a proper and ideal relationship were far from how they're actually supposed to be. So it's almost like this person never had the idea. They never knew how to treat such a connection, how to be present, how to give to it. Which is why when you would be doing all these things, they thought that you were chasing them. They might have enjoyed that rush that they got out of it. But now that you've stopped doing those things, they're realizing that, oh, so this is what love feels like. So this is what it actually is. And I was such an idiot that I did not see it any sooner. All right. Now let's take a look at your oracle cards. So the first one is moving, which says change is happening, so be prepared to move physically or spiritually. And the second one is your dreams need a practical plan. And this is where the world cards energies kick in. Like I mentioned previously, this person lives at a distance from you. In order for you two to be together, one of you is going to have to move. And now that you're not talking to them, they will have to come and see you. So that is what they should start working on right now. They're confused. Hopefully they will snap out of it soon. Of course, every time divine sends such a message through, they step down and help as well. So this is something that your person will be thinking about in the future. How can they come to you? When can they travel? What time will be feasible? And all those practical little details that they need to be working on in order to come to you. And if you guys do actually get back together, if you do decide to give them a second chance, then definitely one of you will have to move. All right. Now let's take a look at some messages from them. All right. Spirit, what does group 1's person want to say to them right now? What does group 1's person want to say to them right now? What does group 1's person want to say to them right now, Spirit? What does group 1's person want to say to them right now? What does group 1's person want to say to them right now? Thank you. I am having trouble confronting my shadow side. And I think the reason they're having trouble confronting it is that I think I've said this before in one of my readings as well. When you do wrong to somebody who has never hurt you, the guilt is unimaginable. And that's what's happening. That's my awesome doorbell. It's happening. I am ready to travel. Oh my God, moving and the world and your dreams need a practical plan. I am ready to travel towards you and meet in person. I love when things align like this. The truth is, I'm in love with you. I'm afraid of rejection. That explains it. This could have been one of the reasons why they weren't very open in the past. Like I said, they might have experienced rejection once in the past. Alright, so these are all the messages that I have for you today, group number 1. If you like this reading, do give it a thumbs up and let me know down in the comment section below. And if you are new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, group number 2. So for those of you who chose the white and green hearts, let's find out what does the person on your mind wish to say to you right now. So for that, we have the Hermit, the Fool, 10 of Swords, the High Priestess, 10 of Wands, and Knight of Cups in reverse. So this person is not ready to take any action towards you just yet. That's what they want to say to you. They do want a new beginning with you. They want a fresh new start with you. But they want to let you know that right now, they are hurting a lot. This can be because of whatever happened between the both of you, since we are specifically asking them to give us messages about you, related to you. So this hurt is also related to you. This can be because now you've entered this High Priestess mode where, similar to group number 1, you are also sitting in your power. I have in general noticed this shift that has happened, especially within the feminines in the connection, where they have, I won't call it taking a step back, I'll call it more like reclaiming their power. And that shift has occurred in your connection as well, group number 2. This person has gone within. With the Hermit over here, they are doing a lot of thinking, a lot of evaluating, and the Hermit to the 10 of Wands over here leads me to believe that there is something that they are guilty of. The burden of guilt is very heavy with this group's person. Not only did they hurt you, but as soon as this introspection kicked in and they realized the depth of hurt that they caused you, it's almost as if this person couldn't bear to look at themselves. Because here's the thing. This person does have love in their heart for you, but they also see you as somebody very pristine, since you show yourself up as the High Priestess in this reading. But because they are so clueless at the moment about what to do, so they do want a new beginning with you, but how to go about it is something that they just cannot figure out right now, which is what they want you to know. And that's why we have this Knight of Cups in reverse, that they want to approach you with an apology, with an offer, with a gesture of love. But this is a block at the moment. And what's blocking their vision is this hurt. It's this fear. It's this guilt. And I will go ahead and say that this is not a new realization. This is something that they were aware of, even when they were doing it to you. In whichever manner, in whatever capacity they caused you hurt, they knew exactly what they were doing. Because here's the thing. When you are typing something, you cannot do it subconsciously. Your active thought goes into pressing each key. So whatever it is that they said to you, however coldly they behave during your chats, maybe you try to initiate conversations with them and they seemed very hot and cold, or they would give you one word replies or leave you on red, things of that sort. They knew what they were doing. But maybe back then, they did not really take full responsibility of it. I see a very callous attitude over here with this person. But now that you have entered the High Priestess mode, which has caused them to go within and actually face themselves, they're not confronting you, group number 2. They're confronting themselves, and they do not like what they see. They don't like what they see. It's as if their higher self is very hurt at the moment because of what they have done in the 3D to you. And the Fool over here tells me that this could have happened at a time when this person was extremely immature. They did not have the maturity to deal with such strong emotions. They did not have the maturity to respect your feelings, to actually give you time, things of that sort. You in the High Priestess energy and them showing up as the Fool tells me that even when you guys were talking or things were going relatively smoothly for the both of you, you were the one who was more mature than this person. There might be an age gap between the both of you, or if not an age gap, then there definitely used to be a maturity level difference. I say used to be because now this person has also entered the Hermit mode, and the Hermit is considered to be somebody who has a lot of wisdom. So this person has also developed, and that is something that they would like you to know right now. They want you to know that they are not who they used to be when they hurt you. They're not that same person anymore. And as they are maturing, they are facing their demons, they are taking responsibility for what they did, but it horrifies them to such an extent where they want a new beginning with you, they have feelings for you, but their guilt and their shame prevents them from coming forth and expressing it, which explains the fact that at the moment they're not taking any action towards you. They might also be looking at you through social media, keeping an eye on you, and they see you out there living your best life. Nothing about your social media posts gives away the fact that you are hurting, if at all you are. Although, I mean, I'm sure you can forgive, but I don't think you can forget that easily, right? So, but of course, that's not how you are presenting yourself on the platforms where you guys are connected, whatever social media platforms those are. If you have blocked them, which also I am sensing for some of you with the 10 of Wands over here, if some of you have blocked this person, then either through a fake account or through a common friend's profile, they still are keeping tabs on you. So don't think even for a second that whatever you post, this person does not see. I don't think they're commenting on it. I don't think they're liking it, but they are seeing it. All right? More like examining it, actually, to find clues. They open, where you get that list of people who've liked your post, and they see, is there any guy over here? Is there any girl over here? A potential threat? What is it? And the more they look at it and the more they start analyzing it, the more it hurts them because they think you have moved on. So, yeah. Alright, now let's take a look at your oracle cards. So the first one is Archangel Michael, which says, use the sword of truth to help the world. And then we have bring love into the situation. That is what they're not doing right now. I want you to compare this imagery. Over here, she's pouring the cup of love. And over here, this is in reverse. And this is exactly what your person would like to do right now. They would like for this to be upright. They would like for love to enter the situation. They would like for things to get back to normal with you. They want this fresh new start with you. And Archangel Michael is assisting your person at the moment to help them gain some courage so that they can come forward and speak their truth. Maybe it's not something as cruel as you're assuming. The reason behind what it is that they did. Maybe you think it's because of some third party and whatnot. Of course, for some of you, that might be true, but for others of you, it is not true. And they, like I mentioned previously, because they run away from confrontation, you don't know why they did what they did till date. So Archangel Michael is assisting this person to grow a pair and speak up. All right, now let's take a look at some messages from their side for you, group number 2. Spirit, what would group 2's person like to say to them right now? What would group 2's person like to say to them right now? What would group 2's person like to say to them right now, Spirit? What would group 2's person like to say to them right now? So we have it's happening. So that's good. This definitely is going to move forward because we now have divine interference over here. Then we have romance. So again, with the Knight of Cups, this person does have romantic feelings for you, but they're not expressing them at the moment. There's just something about you I'm scared to lose because I know I won't find it in anyone else. No doubt they see you as the High Priestess over here. Nobody compares to you. Like I mentioned, they see you as something very pristine. Ooh, I type and delete texts. How many of you have got this person with that typing ... thingy underneath, but then no message ever comes through? I was blind and frozen to our connection, but not anymore. And the reason, what I think, based on these cards for this person being blind and frozen to your connection in the past, was they simply did not know how to deal with it. They weren't there. They weren't as elevated as you back then to deal with it. All right, so these are all the messages that I have for you today, group number 2. If you like this reading, do give it a thumbs up and let me know down in the comment section below. And if you are new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye. So group number 3. So for those of you who chose the red and blue hearts, let's find out what messages does the person on your mind have for you. So from the tarot cards, we have 10 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, 8 of Cups, Queen of Swords, 7 of Swords, and 4 of Wands. Interesting. Okay. Would you just please take a moment to appreciate Spirit's lineup for us today? Dude's confused with the 2 of Pentacles. What is he confused about? Should he stay or should he go? I think he's going to stay though. Alright, let's get into it. So here's the thing. The person that you're thinking about at the moment wants to get back together with you or get together with you if you guys were never together previously. Whatever the case was, when they think of you, group number 3, they see you as the potential permanent partner that they can ever have. The best one, the one that they want to grow old with, the one that they want to have pets with. Maybe when you both were together, you guys did have pets together. They want to have kids with you. Heck, some of you might even be having kids with this person. They might be your estranged spouse for some of you. But this sort of feeling of being grounded, this feeling of coming back to somebody you can call home, they see that with you. But they are very confused about, can they have this with you at all, or should they walk away from your connection? And I'm getting that this is because in the past they deceived you in some way. Now, of course, for some of you, it could have been a third party. They might have been cheating with you with somebody else. But because I have 2 positive cards going over here for us at the beginning and then at the end again, for most of you, I would say that this deception over here, represented with the 7 of Swords, was not something as hurtful as being cheated on. It was something else. For a lot of you, it was them walking away from the connection suddenly and without a proper explanation. So it could have been a ghosting for a lot of you. For some of you, they just decided to break up with you and they did not give you any satisfactory reason for it. In fact, till date, you wonder what the hell happened. So yeah, like one moment they were there with you and then the next moment they were gone. And this will also count as deception, because if they had taken this decision, I think it should have been a mutual decision if it was a partnership, right? You, of course, are very hurt by that, and they are aware of it to such an extent where they fear that if they come back to you, the first thing that you're going to say to them, or whatever it is that you're going to say to them, will be very, very hurtful. Because they know that you are a Queen of Swords. Now, what this energy basically means, whether you're a woman or a man, is that you are somebody who does not twist their words. You are not afraid of calling a spade a spade. You are not afraid of calling out people on their bullshit. And if they have done you wrong, you will say things to them without sugarcoating them. And maybe they're just not ready yet to hear those things from you. They are also afraid that you will cut the very idea which they are harboring at the moment. Again, we have the Four of Wands over here, which complements the Ten of Pentacles very well. This represents marriage or union, and this represents a very stable married life or home life. So these are the ideas that they have about you and about this connection right now. But the Seven of Swords tells us that they are keeping these things to themselves. This is a very hidden energy. I don't think they are even discussing about these two things with their friends or family. First of all, I don't think they talk about you to a lot of people. And even when they do, they definitely do not tell those people that they think about a future with you, or they desire to marry you or settle down with you or have kids with you and all that. And they definitely have no idea of telling you that anytime soon, because they are afraid you will just nip that bud. You will cut that idea. You will cut their heart through your words. They don't want to face this side of yours. And why is that? Because they know they deserve it somewhere. They absolutely do. And I think in the past also they have run away from confrontation every time you have tried to ask them for something. In fact, what I'm also picking up is that many of you have either recently, or say a few weeks ago or a few months ago, you guys have delivered a rather rough message to this person, either in person or through text, but you have given them a piece of your mind without sugarcoating it at all. And it was out of the blue, and they were not expecting it. They had no idea you had so much bottled up inside of you. And that is why now they are confused about, can we even make this work? Is she even interested in this anymore? Or is he even interested in this anymore? Or am I like wasting my time dreaming these dreams? If I could talk to this person right now, I would ask them to like not just dream their dreams or actually do something about it. But so yeah, that's what's happening basically with your person. I also feel like they think that you have walked away from the situation, which for a lot of you, sure, maybe you really have walked away from the situation. You're definitely coming across very cold at the moment. The kind of warmth that they felt from you, either energetically or whenever you guys were in the same room or in the same space, they don't get those kind of vibes from you anymore. You have truly detached yourself from this person. Whenever they think about you or they pass you by or whatever the case is between you guys, They're only sensing coldness, radio silence, and they are afraid that if it is so silent, it might just be the calm before the storm, because if they approach you, you are going to burst. And that is what's creating this doubt in their mind of, should they approach you or should they just stay in their lane? Those are the two ideas that this person is juggling at the moment. Now let's take a look at your oracle cards. So the first one is Feather, which says this calling card from the unicorns tells you they are near you. And then we have a personal issue reaches resolution. So here's the thing. They might just approach you in the future, and there is a very strong chance of this fix getting solved and you guys actually making it. Of course, it depends upon your free will, which spirit always respects and never tries to force you to do something against your free will. Of course, they give you little jolts here and there, but that's about it. A feather might hold a very solid significance for you. It might mean something to you with regards to this person specifically. Maybe they gifted you some feather charm, some locket that had a feather, or like just a feather. Maybe you guys went hiking together and you collected a feather from them. Whatever the case is between the both of you. But every time you randomly find a feather, it can indicate that in that moment this person is thinking about you and planning to come close to you. Now let's take a look at some channeled messages from this person for you, group number 3. Spirit, what would group 3's person like to say to them right now? What would group 3's person like to say to them right now, Spirit? What would group 3's person like to say to them right now? Too many. What would group 3's person like to say to them right now, Spirit? What would group 3's person like to say to them right now? What else, Spirit? What would group 3's person like to say to them right now? What would group 3's person like to say to them right now? I need 2 more, please. What would group 3's person like to say to them right now, Spirit? Oh, thank you. Oh, look at this. Can you please forgive me? Pretending to be happy with my current situation when I'm not. When you look at this person's social media, you might see them having the time of their lives with their friends. Some friends also belonging to the opposite sex if you guys are straight. But here's the thing. It's all a drama. And that smile that you see is fake. They're not happy. Alright? They're pretending like they're happy because here's the thing. They know that even you see their social media posts. This person does not want to give away the fact that this is bothering them so much when actually it is. My pride and ego still dictate my current actions. What the hell did I just say? In the past also, one of the major issues between the trouble, for the trouble between you guys could have been this person's immaturity and ego and pride. They might have got a lot of thrill with the fact that you chase after them or you tried to hold on to the situation for as long as you did. And they still have a little bit of that pride and ego left in them, which is why, although they're sorry, they're not actually coming forward and saying sorry. See what I mean? What else do we have? I was blind and frozen to our connection, but not anymore. I just hope that this person can work through their pride and ego, honestly. Formulating an escape plan to leave the karmic partner. Now, this karmic partner does not necessarily have to be another person. It can be too much focus on materialistic things. It can be an addiction of some sort. It can be anything. You would know best. But whatever the hell it is, in fact, it can also be this pattern of staying stuck in their ego and pride. Regardless, whoever or whatever this karmic partner is, your person at the moment is working towards getting the hell out of there and coming towards you. I would say that they're not ready for you just yet, because they still are acting out of their ego, and they're not that heart-centered just yet. So there still is some work left for this person to do before they can come back to you. Alright, group number 3. So these are all the messages that I have for you. If you like this reading, do give it a thumbs up and let me know down in the comment section below. And if you are new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye.